Are you infected with EFD? Greetings. My name is Joseph Yagar. Welcome to another Life in Perspective broadcast. My objective is to provide thought-provoking discussions so you can optimize your perspective on life. It takes a lot to disturb my chi and turn my peaceful state into one of intolerance and tension. The two things that hands down get me every time still are the smell of cigarette smoke and a plague that is spreading like wildfire, especially among our youth. That plague, ladies and gentlemen, is EFD. Before I proceed, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so by clicking the subscribe link below. It's free and would be much appreciated. You may also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Excessive filler disease is a speech impairment disorder. Its symptoms are words such as like, I mean, you know, kinda, and appearing as every other word in a sentence. Fillers are to speech as pimples are to teenagers. Unfortunately, most teenagers are plagued with both, yet only one is genetic. What's worse is the amount of money spent by teens on acne medication, which only plague them for a couple of years of puberty. Yet they pay no mind to their obscene inability to communicate coherently and the gross display of inaptitude, which they carry around for decades more. Hello, parents and teachers, are you paying attention? I've done a lot of reading and spoke with different experts on the subject. And rather than babble on about a bunch of research to show how knowledgeable I am, I'll sum it up in saying that the two leading causes are lack of confidence and a very limited self-awareness. But rather than turn this segment into a rant, I'd like to focus on solutions that may help you or someone you care about improve communication skills, speak with more confidence, and cure EFD. I will share with you how I've come to feel that way about fillers, how I overcame this challenge, and the steps you can take to remedy this disease. If you take action on these steps consistently, think of what impact it will have on your career, your relationships, and the pursuit of your dreams. Before I get into the action steps to overcome EFD, let me share with you my battle with it. When I was 12 years old, my family moved from Israel to South Africa. When I started school, I was often teased, bullied, and made to feel embarrassed because I didn't speak English. I would use fillers and hand gestures to try to be understood and was ridiculed constantly. I became shy and introverted and afraid to speak up for fear of being disliked further. I stored a lot of resentment over the years that carried with me when I moved to Belgium, where I now had to learn to speak French. Every school rejected me, and when I came to the US 3 years later, every 4-year college rejected me. That's when I realized that it's time to get help. So, I went to community college and then university. I took every English and public speaking class that I could handle in my pre-med schedule to repair the language and speech barrier. However, my confidence wasn't making the same progress. Although I could communicate more clearly, I was still afraid to. That is when my self-development journey began. With the help of seminar programs, friends, and coaches, I began to work on my self-esteem and confidence. It's been a long road and still ongoing, but the rewards are priceless. So, my first piece of advice for you today is no matter what exterior challenge you pursue, be it wealth, health, or relationships, get your mindset fixed first. Goals come and go, but your mindset is the constant that goes with you everywhere. Now, if you're ready to find out the 5 basic steps I learned and still practice to become a more confident communicator and speaker, fasten your seatbelts and start taking notes. Number 1, prepare your message. If you know what you want to say and how you want to say it ahead of time, you'll find less of a need for fillers. To me, fillers say, I'm not prepared. I need to collect my thoughts, buy time, and make stuff up. Number 2, be brief. You have 7 seconds to grab someone's attention. Get to the point ASAP and use short sentences. Number 3, slow down. Speaking fast tells the listener you are not confident with yourself or your message. The listener feels like you are afraid they will lose interest in your message, before you're done. When you rush, you tend to use fillers because your mind too is struggling to keep up with your mouth. Number 4, pause. Pausing creates an anticlimax. It's one of those instances where silence is more powerful than words. It's your chance to quickly collect your thoughts, avoid fillers, all the while creating suspense and heightened anticipation. And number 5, bring your personality. Captivating speakers don't count on their words alone to capture an audience. They tap into their entire range of personality and energy to emotionally engage their audience. If you're wondering where to begin, here are 5 ways that are completely free. Number 1, watch your favorite speakers. There is no better place to start. Do they use fillers? If yes, stop listening to them. They're not good speakers. Number 2, pick one filler to eliminate at a time. It will help you stay focused. You'll see that even one change will have a noticeable impact. Number 3, record yourself as much as you can and replay it. Now that you're conscientious of fillers, how do they sound to you? Number 4, pay attention to fillers everywhere, with friends, family, colleagues, etc. How do they sound to you now? And number 5, if you make a mistake, it will only matter if you ignore it. There is no failure, only feedback. Acknowledge it and move on. If you can afford classes, I would highly recommend them too. However, regardless, the secret is doing the work, because an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. Please let me know what topics you would like my perspective on in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.